I'm here with a 2016 Volkswagen Passat R-Line, and I just want to do a little quick drive review on this vehicle. I want to go over the steering, the braking, the turbo lag that this car has, and just the transmission response and just the overall feel of how it drives. So right now we're going to be in sport mode, and I'm just going to start from a stop normally in drive. Actually, let's just go to drive. We'll start normally. First thing you notice when you get off the line is that the throttle is not very sensitive. It kind of builds acceleration as you go faster because the turbo has to spool up above 1500 RPM. The other thing you notice right away is the lack of steering feedback that this car has. It has very good response, I think, off-center, but it doesn't have really any feel to it. It's also very light. It's extremely light, actually. It's some of the lightest steering I've ever felt. It's just a little bit too loosey-goosey for me. But if you seek comfort in your vehicle, I think this is going to fit your bill perfectly. However, these 19-inch wheels, this car really soaks up big bumps well. But when it comes to the smaller stuff, these 19-inch wheels really produce some little harsh impacts overall. So in order to demonstrate the turbo lag, I'm going to put the car in sport mode, which puts it into first gear automatically, and it'll quicken shifts a little bit, make the throttle more responsive, and just have faster shift points, more aggressive shifting from the transmission. So I'm going to floor it, and you can demonstrate. There's about a 1 to 1.5 second delay from the time that you accelerate, from the time you start to when the turbo actually kicks in. So here we go. Here we go. So overall, this car is very quick 0 to 40 mile per hour times. In fact, from 0 to 30 miles an hour, this is about 2.7 seconds from 0 to 30. Whereas the 0 to 60 time is about 7.5 to 7.8 seconds using mid-grade fuel. Now, if you use regular fuel, I expect the time to be a little bit lower. Now, the car recommends 87 octane gasoline. However, in my experience, it seems to be just a little bit faster when you use premium fuel, especially 91 to 93 octane. The fuel economy really doesn't change from the octane rating, but it seems like the power is slightly more on premium, even though the car recommends just 87 octane. I think with the turbocharger installed in this car, it makes the acceleration better if you use premium gas. So overall, it's pretty responsive. It has 170 horsepower and 184 foot-pounds of torque. Now, with the horsepower rating, I believe it's going to be about 10 more horsepower more, 10 to 15 more horsepower more if you use the premium fuel. That's what I would use, just 89 octane. It provides a good overall balance without paying the extremely high premium price that is at pumps these days. But in normal mixed driving, I've been averaging about 31 miles to the gallon. And if you really baby it on the highway, you're going to get somewhere closer to about 37 miles to the gallon, going 75 miles per hour with the air conditioning on and a trunk full of luggage. So that's really impressive. It's really easy to meet the car's 38 miles per gallon highway rating just by going 70 miles per hour with the cruise control on. It's that easy. I have a fuel economy video that I have up, and that I averaged about 40 something miles to the gallon going 60 miles an hour, and I'm not surprised because other cars I've driven exceed their EPA rating by a lot when you go 60 miles per hour. So let's do we're gonna go up here. The ride quality is really good over these big bumps that I'm absorbing right now, but they are a little bit harsh at first because the rims are so big with this car. They're 235 40R19 wheels with Content Pro contact wheels. They're Continental brand, H-rated, 92H. Overall, I like the interior lighting in this car at night too, and the headlights are not bad. Like, they're not xenons, they're not HID or LED. They're just standard halogen, and they shine really well. And on high beams, they shine really far. So I like these headlights. They're pretty good for standard halogens. Now, the other thing about these B7 Passats from 2014, 2012 to 2016, they all seem to develop this deck lid rattle in the back near the trunk. I drove a 2013 before and it also had this rattle back there. It seems to develop around 5,000 miles or so. I think the dealer has some type of padding they can put in there to reduce that rattling noise over big bumps, which is just near the trunk on the deck lid shelf. So other than that, this car really doesn't have any rattles or squeaks because it's only got 6,769 miles, so it's basically a new car. But when the road is smooth, this car is buttery smooth. You can still hear a little bit of road noise, but there is virtually no wind noise until you get up to about 70 miles per hour. It's a very quiet vehicle. So overall, this car drives really well. It has quick steering response, but it's very light, doesn't have much feedback. The body roll is apparent, but it is, well, it's in check. It doesn't seem to roll too much. The stability control system is fairly aggressive, so if you take a corner too hot, you will feel a brake pulsate as the ABS kicks in. Let's do a sport mode brake torque launch up this hill. You can see that there's virtually no turbo lag once you rev it up to 2,000. Oh yeah. And there's 40. So as you can tell, I did a little bit of a burnout there. But the traction control never engaged. The light never came on. In fact, there is no traction control or electronic stability control off button on this car, so I'm kind of glad the traction control is very lenient. However, the stability control is very aggressive. So accelerating wise, you don't really need to have a traction control off button, but stability control wise, I wish there was an off button because it's very aggressive if you come into a corner too hot, even though there's still plenty of tire grip left. So I hope you enjoyed this review today. I'm going to do a quick emergency stop and then we'll wrap up the video. From 30 miles an hour, here we go. And that wasn't even pressing all the way down, so that was incredibly fast how it stopped. Brake pedal's a little mushy at first, but then it grabs really hard at the end of its travel, so you'll stop really, really fast. I hope you enjoyed this quick drive review today. If you have any questions or comments about this 2016 Passat R-Line with 19-inch rims, just let me know in the comment section below. If you liked the video, make sure you press the like button. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.